everybody, and welcome back to another great edition of my Grue Rume Show. And for the Grue Rume Show today, we got a very awesome guest, and he's an actor, filmmaker, and a model. And I'm talking about Sheeran. We're going to talk to him all about his 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 filmmaking. He did photography, and he's going to be starring in a new indie horror film that's going to be coming out called The Executioner. So we're going to talk a little bit about that and about his life in film. I am Rocco Cross. I am the host at Stutters. I am the host of the Grue Room. And my interview with Chris will be coming up real soon. This is my Grue Room, and as always, welcome to my nightmare. So stay tuned.
All right.
All right, buddy. Welcome to Grue, and thank you so much for taking time out of your night and coming on. I'm looking forward to this.
Absolutely, brother. Me too. Thank you so much for having me. This is an absolute honor to be on here, man.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Absolutely.
So, yeah, before we went on, I heard you talk about the crow over there. Is that one of your films you like?
Top five is in fact.
Mine too. Mine that's
Yeah.
actually my like top one. Like my favorite movie of all time is actually The Crow.
Victims, aren't we all?
I know, right? Yes.
It's
The
so good.
quotes that came from that movie, it's just mind blowing that someone could write that. Like the when Brandon Lee, when he goes up to the mother and he's like squeezing her arm and the morphine's coming out, and
Yes.
oh my God, like just like classic lines.
Classic lines, one-liners, but not cheesy.
Yes.
Amazing. It can't rain all the time.
I know, I know. A- And like I said, the one with the mom, like that was like so emotional. 'Cause I think she says like mother is the name like on all children or something like that. I forgot what the exact quote was.
You're blanking on me, bro. You got me on that one.
Yeah, like that. Oh man, like I could talk about that movie all day, but we're here to talk about you and your movies.
Oh, thank you, sir. Thank you. I don't mind bleeding into some of our favorite films, especially when it comes to The Crow or any other horror films. Honestly, like I see you have
Nice.
a Jason shirt on. It's another
Hmm.
favorite one of mine.
Oh, get out! Really?
Yeah, absolutely. I actually live not too far. I'm recently relocated from Pennsylvania to Orlando, Florida, as of last
Oh,
year, and so I live not too far away from where they shot the film in New Jersey.
oh my God, yes. I
Yeah.
actually live in Philly, so I'm actually like right around where they shot like the.
You're in Philly right now?
Hmm.
Dude, I'm from Allentown, if you know the Lehigh Valley.
Oh yeah, of course, of
That's where
course.
I'm from. I just relocated from Allentown to Orlando last year.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
Damn, Allentown, yeah, like the Allentown fairgrounds and all that. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, dude. Yeah.
Definitely, definitely,
Small
yes.
world, huh?
I know, right?
That's so rad, dude. So awesome.
Yeah, yeah, it's a good. I think I saw a couple shows there because like one of the things I love doing is like going to see like bands and artists. Like I love going to see like live shows, and the Allentown Fairground. I remember seeing like it was like some kind of festival they had there, and it was like a whole bunch of bands, and oh my God, it was so much fun.
Yeah, we had a pretty cool scene out there, and likewise for me, of course. There used to be an incredible venue downtown called the Crocodile Rock, and
Yes,
yeah,
yes.
and
Oh,
I would perform there with my band. I was in a metal act.
oh, get
Uh,
out! Really?
yeah, yeah, doing metalcore back in the early 2010s,
Oh my
and
God, that's so awesome.
yeah, man. And of course, we played Philly, the TLA.
The TLA, yes.
Yep, the Fillmore. So
Hmm.
tri-state area, man.
Oh
It's got
my
a soft spot in
God.
my heart.
Oh, what like was your band like a cover band, or you wrote your own songs?
Yeah, we wrote our own songs. We were an original band.
Wow.
Um, we it was short lived. It was only about a 3 year tenor that we had. But it was a fun time, man. 2009 until about 2012 or
Okay.
so. Yeah, was the time of doing that.
Oh, that's sweet.
Yeah,
So what was your spot for the band? Like what were you the guitar player, singer, like
I was the vocalist,
the
frontman.
vocalist? Okay.
Yeah, and so I was the screamer.
Nice.
Yeah, man. Very very death metal growls like deathcore.
Yeah,
If you're
yeah.
familiar with that.
Oh, of
Um,
course.
yeah, so it bleeds into my acting work. Is in fact the film that I just wrapped over this weekend. I played a vampire, and a
Really?
lot, yeah, which was incredible. A film called
I,
Framed in Blood,
I
and
would love
it's
to play a
amazing.
vampire.
Oh, dude, it was so much fun. A lot of preparation. As I know we've never talked before, but right now I've done over a month of vocal work.
Oh,
So,
okay.
yeah, the muscles in my mouth have been manipulated to speak differently, and I'm coming out of that process. But going back to the metal act, a lot of that distortion in my vocals helped a lot with this process. So I'm really
Nice.
excited for this film to come out, and a lot of vampire fans to see what I was able to bring to the screen.
Okay, okay. Okay, so now since you're talking about this vampire film that you're in, I have to ask you, what are some of your favorite vampire horror films?
First and foremost, The Lost Boys
Oh,
is
of
top,
course. Classic.
top. Yes,
Classic.
all the way up top. Love that movie. And I'm sure you already know, but The Executioner
Yes.
has,
One of the Lost Boys. Yes.
yeah, yes, and to share a scene with the great Jason Patrick is a deep honor of mine, and very full circle for me as a
Hmm.
as a as a fan. So I love The Lost Boys. Lestat is one of my favorite vampires of all time.
Yes.
So
Yes.
Interview with a Vampire, Queen of the Damned. I
I
love those
love
two films.
Queen of the Damned. Like that was when 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 I was growing up, like when Queen of the Damned first came out, and I
Yeah,
was growing up, and I was so obsessed with that movie when it first came out because I was real into like the gothic lifestyle and like the like dark lifestyle, and that movie, it was perfect for that, like that club that they were in and everything.
yeah,
And the vampire Lestat is this like good looking, sexy vampire, and he
yeah.
min, manip, nip, manipulates you with his like eyes and his looks. And Leah is is the queen of the damned, and her her character was, oh my god, was so strong and amazing.
Akasha. It's
Yes,
so
yes,
good.
I
It's one of my
know.
one of my favorite films is Queen of the Damned, man. So I
Mine
love,
too.
yeah,
Mine
I
too.
love that you
Yes,
love it, man, because you get the vibe, the gothic
exactly,
tone.
exactly.
Yes, everything about that character is my favorite. So I would say those three films are like my
Nice.
favorite vampire
Nice.
films. Yeah.
And the soundtrack, like that, I think out of all the horror films, like that has to be, besides The Crow, like that
Yes.
has to be like my top soundtrack. Like every song was on there, like Marilyn Manson and Korn
Uh-huh.
and
Uh-huh.
Static X, I think was one of them. And oh
Yep.
my god, like the
You hit the nail
soundtrack.
on the head, man. All
Yes,
of them.
yes.
I'll tell you what, in my preparation for this vampire role, that soundtrack was on repeat. So I am deeply embedded with it. I know Jonathan Davis wrote all of those
Yeah.
songs.
Hmm.
He did a version where he did all of the songs, and of course, other artists came in like
Yeah.
Static X and Chester Bennington. And so listening to those songs, those lyrics, and that vibe itself was a big part of my preparation for the vampire role,
Oh
which
my
was
god.
incredible.
Like my favorite song off the soundtrack in the movie is for Forsaken. You know, I'm
Forsaken, man,
over it. Like, yeah,
that
I love
melody's
that
so
movie.
cool.
I love that song. Like that's my favorite song off the soundtrack. I used to wrestle, and
Oh,
when I came out to the ring, that was my song. Like that,
That's so
like
cool.
the whole entire, like I wrestled for about 10 or 12 years, whatever it was.
Yeah.
And every time my character came out to the ring, I came out, that was my song from start to finish. Like
Dude, what?
I love that song.
That's so sick. Wait, did you wrestle professionally or like in a local
Hmm.
organization?
Well, I mean, like the local leagues. I mean, it's still like called pro wrestling, but it's not like the top, like the WWE and AEW. Like
Yeah,
it's not like those, but I still wrestle like the little minor leagues, like
sure.
for wrestling, and yeah, it was fun. I actually had to try out one time at WWE. Nothing ever happened with it, and I know you have one of the big WWE stars on your movie too,
We certainly do. Yeah.
Shotzi. Yeah.
Yes. Shout out. Shout out. Yes, sir. That's so cool, dude. Yo, you'll have to send me like if you have any videos of you
Oh, okay,
wrestling,
yeah,
send
definitely.
them my way.
There's one video you'll probably laugh at. I'll send that to you. They put me in the ring with a lady to wrestle, and
Okay.
she was like 6'9" and like 270 pounds or whatever, and
Oh
she
my
was a
God.
giant. Like she was the size of like Kane and Taker. Like she was like that size, like
Yeah.
that the same height as them.
So you're just looking up the whole time. Dude, what? Yeah, send me that video, dude. I have to see that.
Yeah, you actually see me running from her at one time, and she grabs me and pulls me back in, and she chokes me out with her foot, and I'm like screaming.
Dude, that's so sick, dude.
Yeah, I'll definitely send you that video.
Yes,
It's
please,
funny.
man. That's awesome, dude. So cool.
so um so like I see before you start getting the bug to act, like you were actually behind the lens at first, right? You were like
Yes, sir.
producing, directing, writing films and music videos and pho- photography work. And so like what drew you to want to get involved with doing like a whole bunch of stuff behind the lens?
Fantastic question, man. Thank you. Yeah, I've been behind the lens the last 7 years. I'm 33 now, so when I was 27, I had a what we call a defining moment in our acting class, and
Okay.
it was a moment where it's kind of the fork in the road. And it was a moment where I was working corporate sales and had lots of materialistic things and found myself extremely unhappy
Hmm.
and got myself in trouble with the law and had this moment where I needed to take a step back and realize where's my true happiness? Where does that lie? And as we briefly touched on before, I had been an artist growing up throughout my teenage years into my early 20s, doing the metalcore act in my early 20s. And before that, I was a skateboarder throughout high school. So
Oh, that's
making
awesome.
videos, yeah, making videos and,
Sweet.
you know, skating with the homies and doing that kind of stuff, personal branding. And all of that was a part of me. And so I found myself at this defining moment when I was 27. Um, and a good friend of mine, it was just right place, right time. A good friend of mine is an incredible musician and asked me, "Don't you make videos?" And I was like, no, it's been years since I've done that. And he's like,
Yeah.
well, I need help with it with this music video. Could you direct it? And it was one of those moments where you just say yes, but you have no experience. So I hopped on YouTube and just YouTube how to direct and different lenses and like what they meant. Because the last time I picked up a camera was the camcorder days, and technology had wildly changed in the sense of a camera. Things were
Mhm.
mirrorless and DSLR, and all the lenses came off the camera body. I was like, I don't know anything at all. So I just YouTubed everything. Had an amazing time directing this music video, caught the bug, and he would bring me back for multiple music videos. And next thing you know,
Really?
we were just collaborating consistently and I was helping him build his fan base through content creation. So
Oh,
we'd meet up,
awesome.
yeah, just create all kinds of content, visual content for him. And I was getting so ingrained in this over the time that it led into like well, what can I do for myself with this camera that I've invested in?
Mm-hmm.
And so I started making my own content. I moved to a downtown area where they were very supportive of the arts,
Okay.
and it was very beautiful in downtown Allentown. They had this revitalization going on. So new
Nice.
buildings and new lighting and all kinds of stuff. So I go out late at night and practice composition shots with my headphones and just have a good time and practice editing.
Mm-hmm.
And next thing you know, I'm catching the attention of a lot of local businesses, and they would reach out to me through DM. Hey, can you help us make content for our business? And other artists saw the music videos I was doing, so I would
Okay.
help them make their content and music videos as well. And a couple of years had passed, and 2020 happened, and we're
Mm.
all in lockdown. And
Yes.
one of the things that I wanted the most was to learn how to work with my talent in front of the camera even better. And so I thought to myself, I want to take an acting class, you know?
Oh,
So I started searching acting classes in New York City because we live 2 hours away from New
well, yeah,
York,
exactly.
right? And I came across this one school that did a very specific technique called the Meisner technique.
Oh, I don't
And
think I've ever heard of that.
it's a style of acting where their main quote is living truthfully under imaginary circumstances.
I like that. I like that.
Right? So kind of like Brandon Lee, he's bringing these truthful moments in the
Mm-hmm.
scene, but it's obviously it's all imaginary world, right? And so I love that style of acting. And I told myself once we get out of lockdown, I'm gonna take these classes.
Okay.
And as time went on, time passed, and I continued to do music video directing, and the jobs would get a little bit bigger. And fast forward, 2 years later, 2022, I had this moment where my lease was up in Allentown, and my
Mm.
family had lived out here in Orlando.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and the job that I had, they had a home base in Allentown and Orlando, Florida.
Oh,
No, I was like, I haven't been close to my family in quite some time. So I asked my bosses, hey, could I move to, Orlando? Would that be
yeah.
okay? And they were like, absolutely, Chris, that would be fantastic. I
Oh,
was like, great. So I relocated last September. And the moment that I came down here, Hurricane Ian happened.
wow. Mm.
So I'm sitting in my parents' house and like the hurricane's going on, and I'm an imaginative person. So I'm, trying to create art. And one of the things that dawned on me was, hey, how do I get better at, talking with my talent in front of the camera for my mortgage? I was making content for a mortgage company,
Oh, okay. Okay.
doing videography and stuff.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And I was like, that idea popped back into my head of acting classes. I was like, I'm in a bigger market, Orlando versus Allentown. Maybe they have
Mhm.
acting schools out here, and searched acting schools, found my current school on Google search, which is
Nice.
Truthful Acting Professional Studios. And the number one technique that they teach is the Meisner technique.
Oh,
Yeah,
nice.
dude, I was like, signed up right away.
Oh, that's awesome. That's
Yep.
awesome.
And then the new year happened because I had to wait for the semester to begin.
Yeah.
Started that class. And so I started acting in February, the first semester, and I caught the bug, man. I've been acting ever since. So
Oh, sweet.
been a sweet ride this entire year, I should say. Yeah.
Oh my God, I love it. I love it. That's great. I love seeing like, you know, you go for something, like go for a dream, and the dream is happening, and it's working, and like I love seeing that. I'm happy to see that.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. I couldn't have asked for like a cooler journey for myself.
Yeah.
Like you mentioned, I started behind the camera. It wasn't like I intentionally wanted to step in front of the camera. To
Yeah,
tell you
yeah,
the
yeah.
truth, I was very self-conscious and always in my head to do that. But in the very first semester at this particular school, I can't speak on other schools. I've never
Hmm.
attended any other acting classes. But the very first thing they teach you is to get out of your head and focus outward attention on your scene partner. And that is where it changed a lot for me. I was like, wow, maybe I can get all of these ideas out of my head,
Yeah, yeah.
that, and start writing my own scripts. And so that's what I've been doing. which is
Oh,
incredible.
yeah, that is so awesome.
Thanks, man. Thank you so much.
Yeah, definitely. So, how did you wind up getting involved with this film that we were talking about that Jason and Shotzi are both in the executioner? Like, how did you
Yeah.
find out about it? How did you get picked for it?
Yeah. Um, so my second semester of acting class, which was started in June, I met a classmate, shout out
Ooh,
Leon, who noticed my style, and I'm very
yeah.
horror punk kind
Oh yeah,
of.
definitely. I love
Yeah.
that.
Yes, thank you. And he's like, hey, I saw this flyer. He sent it to me via DM, and he's like, I think you should reach out to them. And I read the flyer. It said they were looking for like a misfit and somebody with shaggy hair, metal style. I was like, that are they just
Are they
talking
talking
about
about
me?
it? Yeah, exactly.
What? Okay. So it sounded really fun. I was taking a lot of student film roles at this point and just
Okay.
trying to get my feet wet as an actor. I already had spent enough time behind the camera where I was like, now I can use that knowledge in front of the camera. So I'd be on student films and be like, what kind of lens are you using? 50 millimeters. So compositions like that. Okay, good. Then I would know what to do as an actor. And
Oh.
it was a lot of fun. So I reached out to the guys in the executioner, and lo and behold, man, our first like kind of meeting, it
Hmm.
was just incredible vibes right off the bat. You know the filmmakers, they
Yes, yes.
are.
I had them on the show. I
Yeah,
interviewed them.
I watched
Yeah.
the whole thing. They're amazing guys, all of them.
They're so nice. They really are.
Dude,
They're really good pe people. Like they're like when I was interviewing them, like it was we were just vibing real well. Yeah, they're awesome crew.
they're awesome, dude. And the same thing happened the first time I met with them. And it's just like immediately I knew that this was something that I really wanted to do, be in a
Yeah.
slasher film, be in a
Yes.
horror film, an independent, and work with these guys. I just shout out to all the homies because they have given me an opportunity that I can't even just when I think about it, it feels like a dream. It sounds like a dream.
Mhm.
And they've awarded me more than I could ever imagine within my first year of acting. It's just, this is beyond anything that I could ever ask for. So that's how I got involved with the executioner. They sent me the
Oh
script
man.
after a couple of weeks, and they were like, "Yeah, you're the guy," and I was like, "Oh, yes!"
Oh,
So it was amazing. We've done a scene so far,
okay.
and yeah, we shot a scene early October, and
And that was the scene you shot with Jason from the Lost Boys, you said?
no,
Oh.
funny enough, they didn't have that scene in the script.
Oh, okay, okay.
I showed up to shoot my original scene, which was, at the Athens Theater in here in Florida.
Hmm.
And just once again, the vibes on the set were immaculate. And we all had an amazing time. And you could feel that there's like, you know, kind of like there maybe, if there's something more, we'll let you know, Chris. And
Yeah.
then within a couple of weeks, I get a text that's like, I hope that you're available the 27th of October because we just locked in Jason Patrick to play your father.
Oh my God.
And
Yes.
that's how I got notified. I was like, yes. Immediately
Yeah.
texted my boss
Oh.
for my corporate job and was like, I can't work this day. I'm working with Jason
Oh.
Patrick. And that's how I got that scene.
I mean, not only are you in it with him, like you're his son. Like that is oh wow, that's mind blowing. Like
Yes, dude.
especially you said the Lost Boys is your favorite vampire movie, and now you're going to be working with the lead from the movie. That's incredible. That oh man.
Thanks, dude. Let me set the scene for you real quick. We shot this under the full moonlight.
Yes.
It was a full
Yes.
moon that evening, right? Jason Patrick is on set. I'm I've already been doing the preparation for this vampire role I was telling you about
Hmm.
for
Hmm.
4 weeks at this point. And so my character is kind of like he's going to a Halloween party. I promise not to give away any information, but
Well, yeah.
It's all vampire based, so everything was just very serendipitous for me in that moment, and
I loved
I had an external moment of just being like, whoa, this is crazy, dude.
it. Yeah, if I was standing on set next to him, I probably would start singing "Cry, Little Sister."
Do you know how hard it was to hold back and just not be like, you're eating maggots, Michael? You know?
Yes, yes. Oh my God, I love that scene. Yes,
It's so good, man.
Kiefer was so good in that. Oh my God.
Classic. Classic.
Yes.
Oh, the best. The bridge scene. I mean, I could go
Hmm.
on. I could go
Hmm.
on. Yeah, that whole movie is fantastic.
He was like, "You gotta let go, Michael."
It's
Mr. Hagen.
so good.
Oh man, wow! Like talking about these movies are making me want to watch them again.
Yeah, yes, you have to. It's not just for Halloween, man. That's all year round.
Oh yeah, yeah. Like the only thing I watch is like horror films. Everyone thinks I'm nuts. Like they're like if I go out with my friends, they're like, "Oh, you want to go to the movies?" They're like, "I know what movie you want to see." They're like, "Would you go see an action film?" I'm like, I guess so. It's not the film I wanted to see, but I'll go.
Only if it's got horror in
Yeah,
it.
yeah, yeah, exactly.
That's so awesome, dude.
Wow, Jay, that's so awesome. The Lost Boys, Jason, your father. That yes.
Amazing, dude. It hits me every so often, and I get a little emotional because it's just like this. What an opportunity, man. What an
Mhm.
opportunity. This doesn't. I'm not taking it for granted,
Oh
because
yeah, yeah.
it's just a beautiful, beautiful thing, and you can only dream of this kind of stuff. You know what I mean?
And like you being like a big horror fan, metal fan, and your first two films are horror films.
Yeah.
And that is so awesome because like your passion is horror and like your first two films you're starting out with are horror films. So you're definitely doing your passion.
Thanks, man. Thank you so much. Yeah, I'm glad you caught on to that because
Hmm.
it's a big part of me. From a teenager. You're from Philly. Did you have you grown up in Philly your whole life?
Yeah, yeah. I never left Philly.
And if you don't mind my asking, how old are you?
For 43.
We're okay. So we're in the same age group, right? Just maybe a
Yes.
10-year difference, but you
Yeah.
remember Bam Margera, right?
Oh my God.
Right. So I,
Yes.
I was a
Yes.
big I was a big Bam fan growing up, huge Bam
Okay.
fan. And he was the one that kind of exposed me to the music that I still listen to this day. A
Nice.
lot of like European rock bands, and namely a band called the 69 Eyes that had a song called The Lost Boys,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
They exposed me
Yes.
to the film The Lost Boys, and it's just like all of this is just deeply connected. And so the film that I wrapped up over this weekend, I wrote that film, I directed it, I
Oh,
acted in
okay.
it, and I got a lot of incredible people from my acting school to come together and do this short film, and it just worked out in such beautiful ways. So the horror genre shall live on, you
Yes,
know?
definitely. Definitely. Wow, it's so funny you mentioned that band, the 69 Eyes. I actually saw them live. Like, did 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 you ever hear of this like this horror ball that they used to have in Philly every year? Like, they used to have it twice a year. Drac Drac Dracula's Ball, it was called.
I'm extremely familiar with Dracula's Ball. Yes,
I
sir.
went to that all the time,
Yeah.
and they had the 69 Eyes there live, and I saw them live at Dracula's Ball, and I
Yeah.
saw Tap in the Vein there, and oh my God, like I used to love going to that.
Yeah,
Yes.
dude, I know. Like trying to get to Dracula's Ball was like, can we get there? No, it's not gonna happen. Fine, okay. Dang it. All right. But yes, dude, that's so sick that you ended up going
Oh my
because
God. I used to go like every single year. And like now it kind of lost its like vibe a little bit,
Yeah.
but like when I was younger and going to that, like I would go like every year. Like they would have one like mid season and then one for Halloween night, and
Right.
I would go to both of them like every year because they would always have like those live bands like 69 Eyes and Tap in the
Yeah.
Vein, and they would have like all these great like goth bands and stuff. And oh my god, it was incredible. It was
Yes.
it was like it was like a scene from Queen of the Dam where
Yeah.
Aaliyah's walking and making everyone catch on fire, and like Blade with the blood bath and everyone's clubbing with the blood. Like it was like a
Great
mixture of
scene.
that. Yes.
Yes, dude. Good call on that scene, dude. That Blade scene is sick.
I know it is. I love it. I was like, yes. I was like, this is
So
the
cool.
club I want to go to.
We're gonna bring back the scene, man, because we need it. We
I
definitely
know,
need
right?
a good goth scene
Oh my
nowadays.
God, yes. These bars and clubs now they're kind of dull.
Super dull.
com compared to like those kind of clubs that were around in like the 90s and the early 2000s. And oh my God, yes.
What a time, man. What a time.
Definitely, yeah. Wow, that's awesome. Like we like the same stuff. That's awesome.
I know, dude. We're on the same wave,
I know
man. So cool.
exactly. So another thing I want to talk about the movie, the Executioner is I'm a big, besides a horror fan, I'm also a wrestling fan.
Yeah.
And Ash Shotzi, like she is one of my like favorite woman wrestlers like out there now because she's another like huge horror fan. And
Yeah.
she has like her channel where she talks about horror films, and now like she has a channel on the WWE where she's going to different haunts now, like
Okay.
like like real haunted houses, and like and she goes in there and with the the EVPs, whatever they're called, and she tries to talk to the ghosts, the spirits, and
Interesting.
yeah, yeah. So like having her on board for this film because I believe this is her first horror film too because I don't think she did films. She was just wrestling,
Okay.
and her being I think she's like a producer too, and she acts in it. And to have like a major horror fan with a large wrestling fan base, like oh my god, like that's a win-win.
Oh yeah. It's they're the way they're cooking up the recipe is just fantastic. They are
Mm-hmm.
just it's amazing. And there's a lot of love inside the team that they're putting together, which is incredible. Very incredible.
Yeah, because they even got little Mikey Myers' sister in it.
I know. It's crazy. The list just keeps going and going and going. It's like, guys, come on.
I
But
know, right? Like when I saw the names attached, because the way I found out about the film is I'm actually friends with Braden. He's one of
okay.
the actors for the film.
Yeah, I met him. He's a
Oh,
beautiful, beautiful
he
human being.
is.
Yeah.
He's awesome. And Braden was telling me about the film. He said, you're a big fan of horror films. He said, you should check out this horror film that I'm in. And and then when I went to go look it up, I was so impressed. Like you got the Michael Myers girl and you got Shotzi and they just added Jason just recently. And I was like, oh my God. I was like, the lineup of talent that's in this film is like incredible.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, dude. Sandy Johnson, like it's just they, yeah, I knew about a couple of big names before I signed on to it, and
Hmm.
as a newish actor, I'm like, you kind of get that like feeling of like not anxiety, but just like, oh boy, like
Yeah, yeah,
can I
definitely,
can I really
definitely.
show up for this? And so, you do your work, you prep hard, and you just make sure that you're on point, and then you let go the day of course. But when it came to Jason Patrick, and he texted me that, I was like, oh boy, now it's really on.
Yeah,
Now it's really on.
And I love, like, when I was interviewing the crew, like they said, it's a independent horror film, but when you watch the trailer, it don't look like an independent horror film. It looks like a Bloomhouse or Lionsgate type
Yeah.
horror film.
Yeah, the way they're approaching everything from a storytelling perspective, cinematography, shout out
Mhm.
Austin, like the directing and the prosthetics that they're going to have in it, like
Yes.
the special effects, it's just over the expectations of what you would get from, a low budget independent
Well, yeah,
film.
yeah.
They're like really putting together something amazing, and I think it's going to definitely catch a lot of people's attention, which is awesome.
it it definitely caught mine when Braden told me about the film. Like, all I did was went on there and looked it up, because I don't even think the trailer was out yet. And I
Right.
just looked up the bio of the film and the cast attached to it. And then when the trailer came out, I was like completely blown away on how high budget the trailer looked.
Yeah. Yeah, they're creating magic, man. And it, of course, I'm proud to be a part of it, but I am just so extremely grateful to be a part of like their family. They're really cultivating a
Yes.
family like environment, and it's amazing, so amazing.
Oh man, yeah. I can't wait to see the film when you start filming more scenes with Jason, and maybe you'll have a scene with our WWE girl.
That would be so cool, man. That would be so cool. My
Yeah,
lips are sealed.
if you ever get a chance to talk to her on set, like, like you would hit it off so well with her, because she's like
Yeah.
a major horror fan. Like, she knows everything about horror. Like, during Halloween, she was reviewing like Killer Clowns from Outer Space and stuff. And
Whoa, that's
yeah,
awesome.
she's like a diehard horror fan.
That's so cool. I just so much talent, man. So much talent on this film. And when you get on set, you really do talk to everybody. So I have another scene to shoot in early December. I think I'm allowed to say that. I come back, and finish off some of the scenes that I have in the film,
Okay.
and I don't know exactly who will be there for all of those.
Well, yeah.
But I will be chatting it up with everybody as
Oh
much
my
as I
God,
can.
yes. Yes, definitely. And and like, besides like your acting and your behind the lens work, like,
Mhm.
you do shoots too, photo shoots, like you model, right? 'Cause
Not professionally, like I'm not signed with an
okay.
agency or anything, but just yeah, I do some freelance kind of fun work with
Huh.
modeling. Yes,
Yeah,
yeah.
because like I was on your page and I saw a lot of shots you were in, and I was like, oh, I said he also does this too. He's modeling.
Yes, it's kind of part of the building kind of like the presence online, which I'm not used
Hmm.
to.
Hmm.
As an actor, you start building that portfolio. And so I did a photo shoot with an incredible photographer from here in Orlando, and we went crazy with it. We were trying all different kinds of things, and very experimental. So yeah, it's
Yeah.
so much fun, and is in fact it's cool that you brought this up because I do have another photo shoot in store in the next 2 weeks with another
Nice.
photographer. So I'm really excited to put out whatever we create in that session.
Well, when I was looking through like your page and the photos you took, my favorite is the Lost Boys one you did, like the jacket with like your body showing through like the jacket, and
Yeah.
you had the long hair going, and it looked amazing. I loved it.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. That was the night that we shot with Jason Patrick, actually.
Oh, was it?
Yeah. Yes.
Oh, sweet,
Yes.
sweet.
Not the full outfit that I'm in this wearing in the scene, but we were once again getting a little experimental on set, and the on-site photographer was just snapping some cool pictures, and
Oh, that's
she's
awesome.
super talented, super talented.
Well, you definitely came came out looking great. Like the whole get up, like the everything about it was great. I was like, yeah, I said this is awesome.
Thanks, dude. Thanks so much. That means a lot, man. Fully in character in that moment too.
I know. I saw that. I saw that. Yeah.
It was a lot of fun, man. A lot of fun. Thank you so much.
Definitely. So do you train harder like when you know you're going to be doing a like photo shoot without your shirt on? Like do you train harder? Say, you know what, if I do like 100 push-ups, sit-ups, like you'll see my muscles and my abs like
That's a really cool question, dude. Actually, I stick to the same routine. I stick to the same routine.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
dieting and exercise, calisthenics. I don't like go to the gym or anything like that.
Wow,
Um,
really?
yeah, I just go for a run every day, every morning. Do my calisthenics, and then I usually eat very boring food to stay cut and lean, so that I'm always ready for anything that pops up. You know what I mean? Um,
Okay.
because time is everything, man. Time is of
It
the
is.
essence.
It is,
And
yeah.
with working like a regular job, plus attending acting classes, plus picking up projects as an
Hmm.
actor, your time gets very finite. And so I stick to the same routine, so that way, like when a photo shoot or a movie comes up where maybe I need my shirt off or something like that,
Yeah,
I don't have to like make time for it. It's already
true.
part of the routine. Yeah.
That's very smart.
Thanks, man. Thank you.
Yeah. So like which your like diet consists of? Like what kind of, you said boring foods do you eat?
Yeah, yeah. Broccoli, chicken, basically meat and greens. A
Okay, okay.
lot of fucking eggs, dude. Can I curse on this?
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
okay, cool.
yeah.
Yeah, dude, a lot of fucking eggs. A lot of eggs.
Nice.
And coffee, man. This
Cool.
shit gets me through the day.
Okay. But
Fasting.
isn't like
Yeah.
coffee, like I read something where like that helps you like getting like cuts or something. Is that true? Like coffee helps, like it does something where you don't eat as much.
You know, scientifically, I mean, I know it works for me. That's all I can say.
Okay.
I
Okay.
do I do intermittent fasting. You know, I don't eat breakfast or anything like that. So I'll wake up at like 6 a.m. and then I won't eat until close to like noon or 1 o'clock. I'll
Hmm.
just have a super coffee. I put butter in my coffee, MCT oil, collagen powder, all kinds of crazy
Oh my
stuff.
God.
Yeah, I'll have like a super drink as well, like a green drink.
Yeah.
Then I'll have make sure that my hydration is on point, make sure I'm drinking enough water,
Yeah.
and like a smoothie as well to get my antioxidants, all kinds of other nutritious things that I need. And then that will take me all the way until lunch or dinner time,
Hmm.
which is when I start to devour like a fucking cow, man. I need like a big steak, you know,
Yeah.
some
Yeah.
fucking mashed
Definitely.
potatoes or some shit. So yeah, yeah, that's my diet.
That that works because it's definitely working. Like it definitely shows from your shots that you have and stuff. Like it's working well.
Thanks, man. I still skate, you know, I try and stay as active as possible.
Hmm.
Um, like I said, I run, but you know, skateboarding is definitely who I am. So
Okay.
that consistent cardio also helps me stay with the fast metabolism.
Definitely,
Yeah.
definitely.
Yeah.
Awesome, awesome. So like if you were going out with your friends, and what would be like your go-to karaoke song if you were doing a karaoke bar?
Ooh, that's a good one, man. Ooh, it's gonna be a Michael Jackson song, honestly.
Really? I wouldn't
Yeah.
have expected that. I thought you were gonna pick like Manson or Slipknot or something like that, you know?
Yeah. I'll tell you what, I'm extremely varied with music, dude. I listen to it all.
Hmm.
When I think of karaoke and I'm out with the friends, you know, my style is my style. You
Yeah.
know, it's for me in the car, that kind of
Yeah, yeah,
stuff,
yeah. Yeah,
right?
definitely.
But if
Definitely.
I'm out with the friends, you know, I'll probably hear me out here, hear me out. I'll go crazy, maybe do an Elvis song,
Okay,
right?
okay.
Yes, maybe a Doors song.
Ah.
Yes. If my vocals are on point, maybe some classic rock like Led Zeppelin.
Nice,
Yes,
nice.
sir. But I'm gonna stick with if it's my actual karaoke song, it's Beat It, man. It's Beat It.
Yeah, really.
It's Beat
Okay,
It.
okay.
That's on the fly. That's on the fly. That might change in an hour.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
yeah.
be
Well, yeah.
I'm gonna be thinking about it now. What's my actual karaoke song, dude?
I could definitely see you do like standing in the room doing the Beat It song and doing the Michael Jackson moves and everything.
Oh yeah, yes. It's a
You
dream of
you have to
mine
do
to.
that kick too, where when he puts his leg in the air and swings his leg.
Oh, dude, you don't want to see me do no Michael Jackson moves, man. It's gonna get ugly real quick. I am not that coordinated.
Okay.
I'll need a lot of practice.
Oh my God, I love it. So, what about traveling? Like, is there any place you would love to travel you haven't seen yet?
Yeah, dude, Europe.
Okay.
Honestly, I need to go on a castle trip to different.
I would love to see a castle. Oh my
Yeah,
God.
right,
Hmm.
dude. I need to go
Yes.
on a castle tour through different countries throughout Europe, from France to Fogues, Gilles de Rais, Neuschwanstein Castle, down into
Nice.
Switzerland. Um, of course, see Vlad the Impaler's castle
Yes.
in
Yes.
Romania. Um,
Transylvania.
oh, come on, man. Like, yes.
Yeah.
So I would, it's hard to pick one particular country in Europe, but all of them. I would love to go to Europe and just do a tour from England. It hit every spot that I can. And of course, must end in Finland, in
Finland. Okay.
Helsinki. Yes. And
All
see
right.
like a proper rock goth concert, maybe the 69 Eyes. If Villa
Yes.
Vallo's playing, maybe a him Villa Vallo show, you
Yes.
know. So that's yeah, it would definitely be Europe for me. Yeah.
It's amazing like how many great like rock bands, like rock singers came from that area.
Yeah. And they sing in English mostly too,
I
which
know.
is incredible.
I know.
Like what? So cool.
Uh, I love Ramstein too. Dual Hast.
Du hast mich. Oh man, what a cool song, dude. What a cool band. They're awesome, dude.
I
Feuer,
know.
fire, bang, bang.
Yes, yes.
So
Oh
rad.
man.
So cool.
Yeah,
I'm a
like my
huge,
oh, go
I,
ahead.
I, I was gonna say I'm a huge Cradle of Filth fan. They're an extreme
Yes,
metal band.
definitely, definitely, yes.
Yeah.
Oh man. Yo, this is making me want to go back to those goth clubs now.
Dude, call me up. I'll go with you, man.
Yeah, there's none around now. We're gonna have to make one.
Dude, that's a good idea. You start one in Philly, I'll start one in Orlando,
Right?
and we'll
Exactly.
start franchising this motherfucker because we need to bring it back, dude. We're bringing it back.
I know. Like the people don't know what they're missing. It was so much fun.
Dude, that's what I'm saying. And the raining blood, we have to do the raining blood from the
Yes.
ceiling
Oh yeah.
and
Just
have a
like Blade.
proper ice bar too.
Yes, definitely. Yeah. And then we'll have some lady come in like Leah and go like that and like flames shoot up from like the floor.
Yes, dude. Yes. Everybody's in flames and shit, dude. Yes. He's so cool. Ramstein's playing opening night. Like,
Oh my God, yes, definitely.
we got to pull back this budget, dude. We got to pull back the budget.
Yes, yes, yeah, we definitely do. Like, it's gonna be crazy.
So awesome.
And so is there anything else coming up for you that you would like to plug? Like I mean, we know that you're going to be working on the Executioner with your Lost Boys dad, and,
Yes.
and you got your own vampire film that you're working on. Like,
Yeah.
is there anything else too that's coming up for you?
So I do Executioner. I'm also finishing my current semester of acting, which
Mm-hmm.
is a voice class. So there's always deep preparation throughout these. It's conservatory style, so it's very deep work. So I'm doing that. As far as projects are concerned, I'm highly focused on just Executioner,
Yeah.
wrapping up on my character, and I'm in post production right now for my film. So
Awesome.
yeah,
Awesome.
we're going into that for the next 2 months, and then after that, we'll step into the marketing aspect. I have some very cool ideas that are based off of Queen of the Damned. We'll write some
Oh, yo.
original rock metal music that's very vampiric, where the character will be kind of playing it like Lestat did. So we have a lot more work to do with this particular film. So it's another 6 month journey for me
Okay.
ahead of me. Yeah.
Damn. Well, Queen of the Dam is like right at the top for me, so I know I'm gonna love your short film.
Thanks, dude. I'm gonna keep you in tune with everything that we're
Oh
doing.
my God, yes.
I'll send you a snippet, like a picture from the shoot over the weekend.
Oh,
You're gonna love
yeah.
it, dude.
Sweet. Okay, yeah. And when once the film is ready, like you definitely could come back on and talk about it,
Yes.
and I even talk to the crew for the the Executioner film. I'm
Yeah.
trying to get them to get me an interview with my WWE girl
Yeah.
Shotzi. So I don't know. We'll see if that happens or not, because of course WWE has to say yes to that. But
Right.
so I mean, all they could do is try it, and then it's up to her in WWE. So
I have good faith, man. I know it'll happen. I know it'll happen.
thank you.
Of course, man. Of course.
Oh man. And where could fans follow you at?
Mainly Instagram at Chris Sheeran is my handle. I do have my own website, which is chrissheeran.com. So any projects that I do, like photography and all of that, it's always constantly updated on my website.
Nice.
Um, there is a TikTok as well, which is Saint Lazarus at Saint Lazarus.
I,
Um,
I I like that name. All right.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. So as far as like where you can find me, those would be the three places where you can follow my content. But mainly Instagram is always consistently updated.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
You, I had so much fun with this, like talking to you. Like, I, I love like your whole vibe. Like, you definitely have like that horror metal vibe, and I just love it. Like, it was so much fun. Like talking to you about like the movies and bands that we like. Oh my God, yeah. This has been great. Thanks.
Likewise, brother. Thank you so much for having me on. The energy is simpatico. It's amazing, man. This is so cool. Thank you so much for having me on. I'm extremely blessed and grateful. And we are definitely doing this freaking
Oh my God,
vampire
yes,
club,
we
dude.
have to.
I'm
We have
telling you,
to.
man.
Yes.
Yes.
It was funny. Like we vibe so well. Like I had like all these questions, and I didn't even like ask you any questions I had on the sheet. So I'm like, we were just talking,
We're
and
just riffing,
it
man. Just
just
riffing.
it just flowed. And yeah, and I didn't even need the sheet, so I didn't even ask that like anything I wrote down, but it was fun.
It was fun, man. This was super cool. Thank you so much for your time, dude. This is so cool. And don't forget me on that wrestling clip, dude. I'm totally trying to see that.
Oh no, no! As soon as I'm done this, I'm gonna send it to you.
Fuck yeah. Awesome, dude. Thank you so much, man. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Definitely, buddy. Well, definitely have a great night, and it was so nice chatting with you, meeting you. Like I said, we definitely have to stay in touch, because this vibe was great.
Absolutely, brother. We will totally stay in touch. I'm in the DMs, you're in the DMs. So send me
Yeah,
a message
definitely.
anytime you want, man. Anytime you
All
want.
right. All right, sweet, bud.
All right, dude. Well, thank you
All
so much.
right.
I also hope that you have a great night as well.
Thank you, man. I appreciate that.
Of course.